Hello my friends and welcome to today's video. I am going to show you how to crochet a bucket heart. It's quite easy and I hope you will enjoy this one. To start off, I want to share some information I have with you on the same. That is how the bucket hat looks like. I want to share some numbers that can help you depending on what you're making. If you're making for an adult, the first three, this is large, medium, and small. These are the measurements that you can use. You can screenshot this and save them, and then you can make them for your project. So the head circumference is basically the measurement around the head, and the crown is at the middle area of the head, and the height is now the length of the bucket hat, of which I'm going to show you. Thank you so much for taking your time to check on my work. I don't take it for granted. I'm on a road to 10,000 subscribers. I'm grateful for the subscribers I have so far. So welcome to today's tutorial. For today, I am using medium size yarn. I mean, to make the hat a bit firm, you can use medium yarn or 2 strands of a medium yarn. And I'm using 4mm crochet size hook. You'll also need a tape measure and some scissors with you. So welcome. To start off our bucket hat, I need you to make a magic ring and leave a slightly long tail there. And then we are going to work 12 double crochets into this ring. Start by chaining 2. This one is one of the double crochets, so it acts as a double crochet, so I'm adding 11 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to add 4 more. As you get nearer, pull the string. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more to go. I'm now going to pull this tail of the yarn. Okay, now we are going to join these 2 parts with a slip stitch at the 3rd chain at the top here. Chain 2, and now we are going to increase our double crochets. We are going to crochet 2 double crochets in each chain, 2 of them. We're going to start from where we are, add 1 more, and increase all round so that we will have 24 double crochets. Okay, now we have come to the end of that row. So we are going to join these two parts again with a slip stitch. Chain 2. We are going to increase our double crochets, and before that I want to reduce the size of this piece of yarn. I think it's a bit long. So I'm gonna tie that a knot. Okay, now we'll continue increasing. I'll add one more. I'll add a double crochet where we have chained 2. And then I'm going to do 1 double crochet. Next will be 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. That is how we are going to alternate the double crochets for this row. Crochet 1 double crochet, next 2 double crochets in the same chain, and so on and so forth until the end of the row. So this is now 1 double crochet that I'm working on. In the next chain I have 2 double crochets. Next is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. I hope you get it now. We are increasing the double crochets gradually, because if we increase at once, then our heart will tend to form hook curling, and we don't want that. So we are increasing gradually. Also, don't make your double crochets a bit tight, make them just a bit flexible. So continue all the way till the end. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochets. When you get to the end of the row, join the 2 parts with a slip stitch, chain 2, and we are going to increase again. We are increasing this row again. So what I've just done, I've made a double crochet next to the 2 chains. For this row, we are going to crochet 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 2 double crochets in the same chain. Let me show you. So now we already have this chain 2 is acting like a double crochet, so we already have 2 double crochets there. I'm going to crochet 1 single crochet. I'm going to crochet another single crochet. Now I'm going to crochet 2 single crochets into this space. Next, 1 single crochet in its own chain, another single crochet. Next is 2 single crochets in this hole here. 1 and 2. That is what we'll be doing for this row. Let me repeat again. crochet 1 single crochet. That is 1 single crochet I'm working on, another single crochet here. Next is 2 single crochets in the same chain. Okay, go around and repeat up till the end. So my friends, I forgot to mention that this is the crown. This is what we are working on right now.
Crocheting.
Yes, happy crocheting. That's my daughter. She's wishing you happy crocheting.
Happy crocheting.
So allow me to tell you that I'm working for a medium. I'm working with a medium measurements here. So according to this table here, the medium,
Welcome to my channel.
the crown should be 7 inches. So I'm going to measure my crown and see how far we are. So I'm almost there. I have 1 inch to go, and I'm supposed to get to 7 inches. And this material is gonna stretch. It's stretchy because it's wool. So I am going to pause there and move on to the next row because this material is stretchy. I don't want to make a really big hat. I want to make just a well-fitting hat that will not sag over my head. Once you get to the end of the row, join the 2 parts through a slip stitch. Now we are going to work on the extension part. Chain 2. We are going to start working on the extension part, and for this row we are going to use the back loop only. The back loops only. This is where we are going to be crocheting into, the back loops only. So I'm going to do my double crochets all round, but through the back loop. And we are not going to increase any double crochets. We are basically going to work 1 double crochet in each chain, and I've started working my double crochet in the next chain here. Continue with the double crochets all the way around through the back loops. This is how we form the extension of our bucket hat. Through the back loops. It started raining here. I don't know if you can hear the rain falling over our roof. Double crochet only through the back loop for this row only. You can see our bucket hat has already started curving up. It's taking shape. Continue with the double crochets all the way around till the end of the row.
Fasten your seatbelts. 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 I'm an angel, no. Fully fasten your seatbelt. You cannot come out. Ew. Ew, baby. Baby, baby. 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 Roger, morning. Okay. Now, that's why I'm robbing you. I'm robbing you. Little seatbelts. I'm robbing you. Okay. Okay. I'm robbing you. Oh no. It's broken. It's broken.
Yes. So I've come to the end of that row where I have been doing back double crochets in each, one double crochet in each chain through the back loops. So now I have joined the two parts using a slip stitch, and as we work through the extension we are not increasing our double crochets. So I've done row 1. I'm going to add 6 more rows of the double crochets. And an important thing to note is that for the remaining 6 rows, we are going to use both back and front loops, just the normal way we have been doing the double crochets at the beginning. Use both the front and the back loops. So I'll chain 2, and I am going to start working into the next chain, not this one. As I mentioned earlier, my daughter is with me. Please enjoy her laughter, her music, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I am going to do 5 more rows of these double crochets because I'm working on the extension part of my bucket hat. So I am in row 2. I have 5 more rows remaining. Work only 1 double crochet in each chain for the remaining rows through both the front loops and the back loops. Yes.
Be quiet. The baby's sleeping in the car.
Okay.
Be quiet. Baby's sleeping in the car. Quiet. Moving the baby. Hey baby, pussy, sleeping. Oh no, no, it's broken. No, 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 not broken. The baby's sleeping in the car. My car is sleeping in my car. Baby, you want to watch me? Mommy? The baby wants to watch you. Baby.
Yes, I'm still recording. I'm still working on my bucket heart.
Happy crocheting!
Thank you. I'm showing my friends how to crochet it. I hope they learn and are able to make their own bucket hearts.
Hearts?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mama. My babies. Pikachu. Pikachu. It's a baby. Pikachu is a baby. Mama, Pikachu, Pikachu.
So I'm done with my second row of the extension, and I'm going to join the two parts here via slip stitch.
Happy crocheting!
I love you too. Happy crocheting!
Crocheting!
So now I'm going to add 5 more rows of double crochets to increase the extension part, and do the same. Add 5 more rows, and then we're going to measure to see if we have met the requirements. So now I have done my 7 rows and I have measured the height of the heart, and I've also measured it physically on my head, and it's okay. So we are now going to start working on the brim of the heart, and we are going to work on the outside. Do not turn your work to work from the inside, but work from the outside. And for this row, as we start working on the brim, we are going to increase this particular row that I'm showing you, and we are going to use the front loops only. We are using the front loops only, unlike here where we used the back loops. Remember here when we were working on the extension, we used the back loops for the first row. So now we are going to use the front loops, and we are going to increase our double crochets. And how we are going to increase our double crochets, we are going to continue with what we had here at the crown. For example, for me, my pattern was I had 2 double crochets, and then one double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. So now I'll continue with the same for the brim, and I'm going to increase. So I'm going to have 2 double crochets in one chain, and then I'm going to crochet 1 double crochet alone, another double crochet alone, another one, another double crochet in its own chain, and then followed by 2 double crochets sharing the same chain. So I'll start increasing from the beginning where I have already chained 2. So I'll add another double crochet into this space, and I'll continue increasing. The double crochets. So next is one double crochet, next chain 1 double crochet, next chain another double crochet on its own. And now we are going to work, or rather based on your past pattern, like for my pattern, because I worked 1 double crochet alone in its own chain, I worked another double crochet in its own chain, and then 2 double crochets together. So I am increasing the double crochets. So now I am going to crochet 2 double crochets in the same chain, because I'm using my previous pattern that I used while working here at the crown. So now that I've done 2 double crochets, I'm going to work a single crochet here and another single double crochet, like 1 double crochet. Let me use that. And now this is the 3rd double crochet. So now I am going to chain 2 double crochets in the same chain here, and this is what I'll be doing all the way till the end of the row. So I'll continue with the pattern all the way till the end. Oh my, sorry, I forgot. We are supposed to use only the front loops. So what I've been doing, I've been working using both the front loops and the back loops. I'm so glad I noticed that early before I made mistakes. Remember to use the front loops only while increasing the double crochets for this particular row. For the next row, I'll show you how we are going to crochet it. It's not the same. Yeah, so I'm going to go all around while working the double crochets using the front loops only. And remember, I told you, I don't know if I mentioned, but don't turn your work, just work from the outside. So I've come to the end of that row where I was working through the front loops, and as you can see, the heart has started taking the shape of the brim. It's towards the outside, and I want to remind you to crochet into this space as well. Don't ignore it. And join the two parts via a single crochet, a slip stitch rather, not a single crochet, slip stitch, chain 2. Now for the next row, we are going to work double crochets, but we are not increasing. And moving on from now, we are going to use both the front loops and the back loops. We are not going to divide and work with the front loops again. We are going to work with both. So for this row number 2 of the rim, we are not increasing. We are going to work one excuse me, we are going to work one double crochet in its own chain. Continue all the way till the end of the row, working both into the front loops and the back loops. And by now, as I said, the brim should be noticeable and it should be protruding towards the outside of the heart. Continue working in this, working on the double crochets, one double crochet per each chain all the way round till you reach the start of that particular row. I have come to the end of the row and I'm going to join these two parts with a slip stitch, chain 2, and now for this row we are going to increase, but I'm going to show you how to increase. It's not the same way we have been doing it before. What we need to consider is that, for example, in my case, on row 1 of the brim, I increased by, I had 2 double crochets, and then I had one double crochet, one double crochet, one double crochet, and then I did 2 double crochets. So I want to increase for this other row. What we are going to look at, if for example here I had 3 double crochets in between 2 double crochets, yeah. So for this row we are going to increase differently. We are going to have 2 double crochets in one chain. We are going to have one double crochet, one double crochet, and then we are going to have 2 double crochets in the same chain. Let me show you what I mean. So after chaining 2, I'm going to work a double crochet here because this 2 chains is acting like a double crochet, and then I am going to make one double crochet into the next chain, another double crochet in its own chain, and then next I am going to have 2 double crochets in the same chain. That is how it is. That is how you increase based on the first row of the brim in which we increased. You reduce the interval between the 2 double crochets in one chain by 1. So that is how I'm going to crochet this row. 2 double crochet here, and then I've already made 1 double crochet, another double crochet on its own, and then 2 double crochets in the same chain. So I will repeat this for this row all the way till the end. I hope you have understood. Let me just repeat it for anyone who has not understood. What I'm trying to explain is that for the first row of the brim, we increased our double crochets, and for in my case I increased the double crochets from the brim, how we were doing it at the crown, sorry. At the crown, remember, we were increasing our double crochets. So based on our last increase at the crown, we were able to increase our rim. And from the increase at the first round of the rim, we are able to increase row 3 of the brim. And we are increasing differently. We just reduce the number of double crochets in between the 2 double crochets by 1. So like here, I have 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then I'm going to do 2 more double crochets together in the same chain. This is what I'll do for this round all the way till the end. So I have come to the end of that row, and now for the next row, we are going to crochet without increases. So I have joined the 2 parts with the slip stitch, and now we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we are going to work 1 double crochet in each chain for the rest of the row. One double crochet in each. Remember to keep checking with the measurements as you crochet. Remember to check with your measurements, both the tape measure and physically, to ensure that you meet the desired shape, not too big, not too small, just right, perfect fit. So for this particular row increase, by now you notice that we are increasing one row, the other row we are not increasing. We increase one row, the other one is standard. So we are going to go around all the way till the end without increasing. So I have come to the end of that row where I was not increasing any double crochets. If you want to increase the size of your brim, so the next row you'd have to increase the way I showed you. And now, for example, in my situation, if I wanted to increase my double crochets, it would be, I would chain 2 here, crochet a double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in its own chain, and then 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in together, and so on all the way around. And then the next round I would crochet without increasing, and then after that you cannot increase anymore. After you have 1 double crochet in between 2 double crochets together, you cannot increase anymore. You just have to continue working 1 double crochet on its own. So I have fit this on my head. It looks really nice. I love it. And I want to cut my yarn off. So I want to show you how I finish off. I'm so happy. I'm excited. This one is all. It's done. Okay, so I am going to tuck this in. You can use a darning needle. You can insert your darning needle here and tuck it off, but I prefer using a crochet. So I just insert my crochet in a previous chain and I pull it down. So I'm gonna pull it inside again. Let me see, here is better. Okay, I pull it in again, and now one more time, then I'm gonna tie a knot. I'm gonna put a knot here. You can cut it off, but for me, I just want to make it more secure, and I'm going to put a knot there, and then I'm going to cut some part off. So that's how I do it. This is how my bucket hat looks like. I love it so much. I've done another one which is multicolored. I really love this one. Plain, off-white plain alone. It looks good. Thank you so much for tuning in to check on my work. I don't take it for granted. I'm on a run to 10,000 subscribers. However, I am very grateful for the subscribers I have right now. Thank you so much for your concern, for sharing my videos, for liking my videos, for just watching them. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Happy crocheting. Bye. Ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Kwaheri. Mahida Mega.